freaking go! I want to say another word that's not freaking, but I like to keep these videos PG because my little niece watches these videos. I can't be dropping F-bombs in front of this camera. Let's freaking go! You see this shirt? You see this? We're still Kings of the North through 7 weeks. What did I say in last week's video after the Hutch injury? Let's go into Minnesota and remind the Vikings, the Bears, and the Packers whose division this still is. Let's go show the entire world who we still are. Let's go show everybody to not write us off just yet. And that's exactly what we did, man. What a game and what a freaking victory for this football team. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to begin when talking about this game and talking about this Lions win. Let's start from the beginning. We could not have had a worse start to this game. But the way we were able to fight back, I'm telling you, Lions teams of the past, we all know this, Lion fans. Lions teams of the past, that would have been it. You have a rough start like that, it's over just like that. But if any team could have responded on the road, it's this Lions team. It is this Dan Campbell-led football team. The way we bounced back after that rough start, and we didn't just bounce back. We bounced back in that hostile environment. Man, what a job by this team to take a punch right in the face and I don't even know what I'm saying right now. What am I trying to say right now? What a job. What a job by this football team to bounce back after taking such a punch to the face to start this football game. 21 unanswered after falling behind 10-0 early. And then they kept on showing that grit and that fight at the end of the game too. That grit and fight that defines this Lions team. That defines Dan Campbell-led teams. I don't know, again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if there are any other teams that can take that punch at the end of the game and punch right back, unlike this Lions team. Unlike a Dan Campbell-led football team. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That's not easy what they just did. What they did at the end of the game, it looked bad after the Monty fumble. I'm not going to lie to you. I was not expecting to come in front of this camera and be this happy after the Monty fumble. I was kind of like, ooh, okay, there's still a lot of game left, and if there's any team that can make the comeback, it's this one, but, ooh, that's not good. Like, you know, but this team just kept on fighting. When the defense, I have my notes right here, ladies and gentlemen, when the defense needed to step up and make a stop, this defense did it. They got the stop when we needed it. And then we get the ball back and we drive right down the field. Gibbs +4, +14, +16. Amon-Ra St. Brown +14. That's really all we needed. Jake Bates hits what turns into be the game winner. We get one final stop at the end of the game, and we hand the Vikings their first loss of the season. Like I've said, ladies and gentlemen, the grit and the fight that this team showed in that environment, man, what a freaking game and what a freaking win. 1-0 in the division, 5-1 overall. Let's go, man. Offensive and defensive players of the game today. Two Bama boys. Jahmyr Gibbs on offense. Brian Branch again on defense. Let's begin with Jahmyr Gibbs as today's offensive player of the game for me. Man, Jahmyr Gibbs was awesome. 15 rushes, 116 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 4 catches for 44 yards. When Monty got hurt in the first half of this football game, Jahmyr stepped up, and he was just awesome all afternoon long. And Monty's okay. It looks like Monty's okay, so that's good too. But still, when Monty went down, when Knuckles went down, Sonic stepped up. That's what makes this duo so great. They're great together, and then in a situation like this where Monty goes down and Jahmyr needs to step up, he did just that. Let's go, Jahmyr. He was fantastic today. Sonic, one of the Bama boys. Jahmyr Gibbs, my offensive player of the game for the Lions today. But he wasn't the only one that was fantastic, put up some good numbers. Jared Goff was incredible once again, too. Jared Goff was incredible once again. He was nearly perfect again. 22 for 25, 280 passing yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. QB1, awesome again. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 catches, 112 yards, and 1 touchdown. Let's go, boys. Let's go. By the way, I forgot to mention this with Jahmyr Gibbs in his big game today. He was making some big blocks in this one, too. Specifically, the one that I want to talk about here. In the third quarter, the Jared Goff to Khalif Raymond 21-yard touchdown on 3rd and 6. Who got the big block on that touchdown? Jahmyr Gibbs. So he was rushing out of the backfield. He was making some big catches, and he was getting some big-time blocks today. Yeah, he is without question today's offensive player of the game. And then defensively, I feel like I give Brian Branch my defensive player of the game every week, but there's a reason for that, because he is playing incredible football this season. And that was the case once again today. Brian Branch. At what point, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, at what point do we start to put him in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year? I mean, he's been sensational so far in this 2024 season. I don't know. I'm just saying, it might be time to start putting Brian Branch in that conversation. He got another interception in this game, and then it was a beautiful interception, by the way. Did you see how he went? Like, did you see how he made that catch? That was beautiful. That pick there was beautiful. And then on the drive before that, he also had a big pass breakup on 3rd down. I mean, as he has throughout this entire season, Brian Branch just continues to make plays. And he's making some big ones too. Brian Branch, my defensive player of the game today. I want to give some love to the entire defense in general too really quickly, because we had 4 sacks in this one. I'm going to be honest with you, that's 4 more than I was expecting without Aiden Hutchinson in this game. You know, I said it last week, and this is just the Lions. This is how they think, you know. Guys are going to need to step up, and guys are going to step up. You know, that's what I said last week in my video, and that's just how this Lions team operates. Like, losing Hutch, it hurts, but you know, guys got to step up. And you know what? Guys kind of stepped up today. 4 sacks. Like I said, that's 4 more than I was expecting when you're missing a big-time piece like Aiden Hutchinson. Now, that's not me saying we don't need to go out and make a move. I think we're all expecting the Lions to still go out and make a move before the trade deadline. Who? I don't know. We're hearing Zadarius Smith's name a lot. I would love to come in front of this camera and say that I'm buying the Max Crosby rumors, but I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. It just seems so unrealistic, you know. I don't see it. I really don't see the Raiders trading Max Crosby. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because if we had Max Crosby to this defense, but I don't know if I necessarily see it. But we'll see. Nonetheless, I do want to give the defense credit though, because again, four sacks today, not bad. Shout out to Jake Bates too. Making that kick at the end of the game, it could not have been easy. In that environment with the entire crowd screaming at you, it could not have been easy to make that kick in that spot, in that environment. And he stepped up. Good stuff, Jake Bates. Good stuff, Detroit Lions. Like I've said already, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say it one more time as we close out this video. What a game, and what a freaking win. Like I said in my video last week, after the win in Dallas and after the Hutch injury, I'm sure a lot of people writing this football team off. And to be fair, I think a lot of people are starting to write us off. I mean, we weren't even favored coming into this football game. I'm sure a lot of people were starting to write us off after the rough start to this game. I'm sure a lot of people are starting to write us off after the Monty fumble in the fourth quarter. And I said it, like, don't write this football team off just yet. This is a perfect example to show you just that. Don't write this football team off just yet. Let's keep it going next week back at home against the Tennessee Titans. That's all I got for you in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. Go Lions, baby.